All right. Welcome to FaBled Hunters. These usually go for a minute. We need like 3 seconds of silence.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
ah! All right. Welcome to FaBled Hunters. We are live in San Jose. Got a special segment. We got a Fab Fam fan right here. Say that 10 times quick. Long time Fab Fam fan.
Yes.
Because Justin QPills, you're a long-time viewer.
Yes.
You're a subscriber. You're a friend. We've done business together.
Absolutely.
You're a Patreon member.
Yes.
Everything. And we've never actually met. We've done
This is our first time.
plenty of magic deals in the past, right?
Absolutely, yes, we did.
Easily 5 figures or more of magic business and ongoing 5-figure deals in magic. And here we are just finally meeting up in the flesh and blood.
Yes.
Get to shake this dude's hand. Just happy to be here. So what's your experience, man? You haven't been to any major yet, right?
No major. This is my first one. I'm having a blast. It looks wonderful. I'm meeting a lot of people that I actually met online, virtually, and just
so not just me, a whole bunch of people. You're just putting the faces to the names.
Absolutely.
And how is it jiving with your expectations? Like, did you expect a different experience? Did you expect some people to be more cool? Did you expect, for examut, like James Badger to be an asshole, and he's an asshole in person?
I haven't met him yet. I'm looking forward to
You
meeting.
haven't seen James Badger yet? He's floating around.
Right on. No, I think it's going to be really cool just seeing everyone.
Yeah.
I have really great interactions via the internet on Facebook and through Messenger. Like Saint said, we've done many transactions together and actually worked together on a couple other things too.
Yep. We've exchanged advice and feedback about how to build a collection properly, right? And you've even transitioned some of your MTG collection, or hedged on your MTG collection to expand on your flesh and blood collection. And hopefully we haven't guided each other wrong, right? Your collection is healthy, my collection is healthy, and we're just growing, getting all the nice pieces we want, right?
Definitely. And I think it takes time too and patience. And what I've learned with anything, you got to be true and dedicated to the hobby, and actually meeting people like yourself and other people in the community really helps connect. And if we have questions anytime, I feel like we can ask them.
Well, you always hit me up, and sometimes you just straight up call me. You're like, oh, you didn't seem too busy. You were texting around, and just call him. And it's like.
Right.
And I answer. It's like, hey, what's up, Justin? What's going on?
You understand? Sometimes it's easier just to pick up the phone and call somebody as opposed to typing it with our thumbs up.
Of course. Right? No, I completely agree. Especially because we have that rapport. We've got years of rapport. Like, we definitely knew each other before FaBled Hunters. We definitely knew each other before even Flesh and Blood.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. And you were collecting beta at the time.
Yep.
You were collecting beta since I was collecting revised.
Right.
Before I even got into Magic the Gathering Alpha. Right. So that's had to be at least 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Exactly.
And we both progressed in our collections. Right. And now you've got a nice Alpha collection rounding out, right? In Fab.
Yeah, Fab.
Yeah,
yes,
Fab,
yes,
Fab WTR Alpha.
Yes.
And you're almost done with Arcane. I'm guessing you've got a whole bunch of Crucible as well.
I do.
So the first 3 sets, I even saw a post. You're even gunning for them gold foil tunics. Like, we got a little bit of competition going on. I'm going for gold foil tunics.
I just want one. I don't need more.
I just want another one, is all I'm saying.
I just need one.
And then after I get another one, I just want another one. But that's beside the point. So, how else is your experience at World so far, man? It's such a pleasure to be here, meeting fans.
Seriously.
We've only got 50 some odd Patreons, and we're always trying to look for more. So, this is a model Patreon.
Yeah. So I started the day off with some side events already. So I did I did Uprising Draft, which is fun. Got to meet some people there. One thing about Fab is the game is great. The game it's fun to play. It's very interactive.
Oh yeah.
It's not boring at all.
Nope.
There's no mana screw.
No mana screw. Edge of your seat every single time. You're not just drawing one card. You're drawing 4.
Right.
So there's a lot more there. variance or volatility, but not variance in terms of losing, variance in terms of what you can do, what options you have, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I also will say that I'm not really a player first in Fab. You know, I came obviously from the collecting side of things.
Yeah, we're both
as
on
a
the collector
hobbyist,
side.
right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, if I don't know something or if I have a question, the community is really good at engaging me and teaching me too. So I appreciate that a lot from this kind of.
I would say so. I would say so.
Yeah.
Most chat groups, even some of the pro chat groups, I just talk about or I ask questions like, oh, how does this card work? It's like, it doesn't work like that, dummy.
Yeah.
It's like, it works like this, and they'll break it down. Because I'm definitely not a player at all. Yeah. I mean, I might join the calling just to throw my number in the hat and try to get a win or two, and that's about it. But I'm here to just see the community grow. Yeah. Here to answer questions, make more buddies like yourself, and talk about our stories as we grow along and as we keep maturing and as this game matures. Yep. Hopefully be a resource, because I mean, I don't know if you've noticed this. This is your first major, right? But we're at like day one, right before the calling of the first major. I fully expect, if we are here tomorrow, that almost every seat is going to be filled with players. Wow. It might be standing room only. That's what I heard word on the street. So I'm calling it. What is it? It's Friday today? On Friday, before the calling is probably going to be the biggest event. It's going to be the biggest turnout. I think prior to here, Lille was 1,100 people. Pro Tour New Jersey was 1,400 people. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to go over 2,000 people. Wow. Okay. I don't even know how they're going to sit 2,000 people, but there's going to be 2,000 unique people coming in and out. Just what I heard. It's unverified, but just what I heard. So it's really exciting. So you're here, at least you're here for the big one. It's right around the corner from you, right?
Yes, from San Francisco. So.
Yep. You said a 45-minute drive?
Yep, 45 to 50-minute drive. With traffic, of course, you know.
Okay. It can get
crazier.
A nightmare, yes.
I'm sure New York is.
It could be the same way. I've been stuck in from Queens to Manhattan. It's like 2 miles, but that's like a 3-hour ordeal, so I get it. I get it. Yeah. What else are you looking forward to, man? What are you joining other than side events? I just have to assume you're not playing Worlds, right?
I'm not playing Worlds, no.
Or else you wouldn't be sitting here.
No, one day maybe.
Yeah.
But aside from side events, I really wanted to take out the time to meet, really to truly meet people that I've met virtually. Yeah. And to put a face to the name, of course.
Okay.
And because I think we've built a lot of great relationships over the internet, but really seeing each other in person, interacting, just adds that extra dimension that, in the near future when we see each other again, we just feel that connection already.
Absolutely, right? Yeah. We've been building up our rapport for the years, and it's just good to sit down, shake a hand, shoot the shit a little bit, and just, mutually enjoy this game, right?
But you know what's crazy? So in San Francisco and New York, we're 4 hours difference?
3 hours difference.
3 hours difference, right? So when I am up at 11 p.m. midnight, sometimes I have a question for you. I don't even expect you to even reply back. I just text you. Yeah. And then you're up still.
Well, I'm always up apparently. I'm always up.
Do you even sleep?
I get in about 4 to 6 hours, but I'm getting up there in the years, so my physicians are telling me to watch out. So I'm getting a little more sleep, but I just try to be a resource. So when I hear a ping, I could be half unconscious, and then ding, and then I'm like, oh crap, all right, who needs something? And then I try to be responsive. But other than the side events, you doing the calling at all?
Not
tomorrow.
Not doing the calling, just more side events.
Sink below playmat, man. Sink below playmat.
She's
sinking below.
I have the playmat. Well, the thing is, I've met people. I made some transactions here.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've been doing. So I had a couple already today.
What's the word on the street on that gold tunic, man?
I had a couple
people
reach out.
Really?
But
okay.
Price a little high right now.
Price is a little high.
Relatively.
I'm not going to say it's going to the moon because that won't suit me, but they've been tough for everybody to find. Yeah. Let me just say that. They've been tough for everybody. Yeah. I mean, there's just not many around. There was only 50 to begin with, and I can only assume that 25 to 30 of them are locked up in safe places out of my reach. Out of my reach. And I've got a pretty good reach in the collector market.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, if we find extra ones, if I happen to fall upon one that might not grade well, I will holler at my boy.
Absolutely.
So we'll see.
Maybe we should talk about sort of the Power 15 or Power 12 that we talked about before, because that's also what I'm working on today.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so, I mean, that's what
I
said.
come on. Let's bring it out. The Power 12.
I mean,
I guess it's sticking, right? I like James was like he didn't want to put a name to it, but he said like whatever the community decides to do, the community will do.
So just to give an idea, I mean, I'm working on a 9.5, at least basic set for the first.
It's not at least. Even 9.5 is very tough to get, I would say. I mean, some of the print quality, like the tunic and maybe the bracers, are easier to grade out, but the cross straps is difficult. The heart is difficult. This one, is that a quad? Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's a 9 point. Even the Grandeur of Valahai, I graded out, I think 15 of these. Only 3 of them made it to 9.5, and 1 of them made it to quad. Well, again, word on the street is that the print quality of the original sets were at the optimum, like, peak, and then they started getting a little lower because Cardamundi started having roller lines and whatnot, so even this stuff is difficult to grade. But it is a great idea to go get the Power 12, just to get all of these originals, because there are only 800 of each of these legendaries printed in Arcane Rising and Welcome to Wraith. A lot of people don't realize how few of these cards there are, and unlike what people say, they're like, oh, Saint's trying to hoard everything. I'm not trying to hoard everything. I hope that we can get 50 to 100 really serious collectors that will go out there and get these graded assets and cherish them, hold on to them, and you're on your way, right?
I am.
You have to be really close by now.
Yeah, I'd say for Arcane
Don't tell me which
Rising,
ones you're missing, because you don't want to throw that out there. But how many of the 12 do you think remain, or do you know remain?
Well, I have some really nicely raw cards that I haven't graded yet. So I think, discovering what those grades come out to, that would be it.
Well, that's part of the fun.
Yeah,
grading and then continuing. Oh, okay, so you have all the 15, but not all of them in 9.5?
Yeah. That's right.
For example, you might have like a raw heart, but not a 9.5 heart, just as an example.
Just an example.
Okay.
Correct.
That's part of the chase.
Yeah.
I just want to say that that's part of my chase too. I don't know if the viewers remember or you remember when I bought Matt Rogers' Findall Spring Tunic, the New Zealand Championship gold foil.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Matt was swearing up and down, oh, it's going to grade well. It looks like 9.5 all the way. And I'm like, I don't know, man. He's like, come on, Saint, it's the one 9.5. It's the pride of New Zealand. I won it in the championship. And I was like, okay, fine, Matt. We'll do the deal. And then I graded out, and it's 9 basic plus, like 2 9.5s surface, and I think in edges, and it's a 9 in centering because I knew the centering was bad, and then the corners were wrecked, and I was like, well, that feels bad, but it's still, Matt Rogers' first tunic, and I had to buy more, I had to grade more, buy more, grade more, buy more, grade more, and that's how come I came into this little cycle of just having to grade these tunics and buy more tunics. But I have to tell you, and the rest of the Fab community, I finally graded out my first gold tunic. So 9.5 gold.
Whoa, nice. Congrats.
Yeah, 9.5 basic plus. So that quest is done. Everybody can rest assured. Watch the tunic price go down like 30% because I don't need to buy anymore. But it's on the way back from Beckett. It's I'm gonna do a box opening video. Hopefully that plus the other assets come back well. But I'm pretty confident that it came back 9.5. And so just like I have to go through that quest, you're going through the same thing. And that's part of the chase. The chase is part of the fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish you luck in grading out. Sometimes you probably want to grade out just for your own experience. Don't be afraid. Submit to the companies. There's a PCG booth right here. Right? They're literally 20 feet away from us. You could get it graded, and it almost doesn't matter now because especially PCG these days is the official grading company of Flesh and Blood. So although the old stuff, a lot of people prefer BGS, PCG 9.5, BGS 9.5, it's reaching parity. So just chase your dreams. Whether you're Justin, whether you're a new collector, chase the cards and try to collect them in great condition, because who knows, 5-10 years from now, I don't even think it'll take 5 years. I think 3 years from now, these cards will simply no longer be on the market. Yeah. I mean, you've seen it, right? What can you tell everybody about how you got into Flesh and Blood? It had something to do with me, I think, right? At some point?
Yes. Well, it's definitely you were part of it for sure on going to the journey of collecting, right?
Yep.
First of all, I had another friend who introduced me to just the game and the cards.
Okay.
And I knew nothing about it. I guess it was around the same time probably when you started getting into Fab too. So I think it was a good transition for us. We came from Magic, obviously.
We did. So, we were big Magic collectors. Yeah. This guy's got some crazy MTG assets.
Not as crazy as you. Right?
Hey. It's not a competition. You've got some good assets, man.
Okay. And from there, I just really liked how the cards were designed, the art, obviously. It was the first time I've seen a cold foil type of design.
Yeah.
Or
just
foiling,
the amazing treatment of the cards, the technology here. It's really, really nice. They put in a lot of work. James and his crew put in a lot of work into this game. And finally, it just popped up on people's radars, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. And I think the lore was great too, which really helped with launching the game.
The stories,
right?
The lore book. Did you get a lore book, by the way?
Not yet.
Not yet? You probably should get one.
I know.
You probably should get one, and the retailer appreciation kit if you could score one right here. I hear they're going for as low as like $1,200 or $1,400. Okay. Like not just the book, just the posters, the Iro playmat. I mean, I was buying a couple of them for friends up to about $2,000 a piece. So they're cheap now. I mean, when stuff is down, right, when the market's soft, that's when you buy. So it's a decent buy, guys, just saying.
And with Fab, one thing I don't really share too much, but I really have affinity for ninjas when I grew up, just in general. So when Fab, the game, had ninjas, right?
That's like an cool Asian alpha badass, right? We don't have many characters to look up to, and ninjas are just gangster as hell. They're like in the shadows and they're wrecking stuff with their katana blades.
So I think that's also part of it too.
Okay. Is that your favorite hero archetype, a ninja?
Starting off, yes, definitely.
Starting off?
Definitely.
Was it more Ira or Katsu or recently Fi? Like, which one's your favorite ninja? Or what's your hierarchy of the three? Or Benji? Benji's a bit of a wuss, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know about Benji. If I had to rank them, probably... I think Fi, Ira, then Katsu.
Fi, Ira, then Katsu. Okay.
Although I will say, of course, I started playing with Ira first. Right?
That's right. I
think that was Kadachi was the. Right?
I would still. My favorite is still Ira because I haven't had enough interaction with Fi.
Yeah.
I just think Fi's a little cheap.
Okay.
Yeah. It's okay to each their own, right? I haven't played him yet. Maybe if he's cheap and I'm the one piloting him and kicking butt, then then it'll feel a little different, right?
Sure.
So, yeah. Hey, anything else you want to leave with the viewers? Because this has been super fun, man. It's super fun meeting up. And any tidbits of wisdom? Because you got more experience, I would say, than the average Fab player or collector, Justin.
Yeah, I would say if you truly enjoy. As a player, as a collector, as an investor, or whatever, I think Fab has a lot to offer.
I agree.
And not only that, it's a lot of times when I try to start something new, sometimes I think to myself, am I too late into something?
Yep.
Is it too late, right? But I think with Fab, it's still early, and there's still a lot of opportunity to be that player you want to be that collector you want to be, or whatever makes you happy. I think for me, I realized that, and truly coming out and just meeting people in the flesh and blood, obviously, just tells me that I feel like I'm doing the right thing.
You're doing the right thing, and it's not too late, right?
Not too late.
Now it just feels like it's literally just the beginning. It's the first World Championship,
for sure.
right? I was just at the Magic 30th anniversary, and I was like, that's really gone downhill. This is the beginning. This is the genesis of what I think is the best trading card game ever.
Absolutely.
Ever. It's not about Fab versus Magic. It's about Fab being better than any other gaming experience. And I mean, I put in a lot, like thousands of nerdy loser hours playing Dungeons and Dragons too. I'm saying any fantasy, any role-playing experience, this is it. and I'm just looking forward to when they roll out PvE.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of that, player versus environment. Dungeons and Dragons, probably since I was 7 years old till I was like 16. It's like 9 years of playing D&D, and I can just see how this will manifest itself and just take over when you have the actual cards, and it will just like imprint upon people's nostalgia. It'll take over because everybody is gonna be together, gather in the flesh and blood, beat up a whole bunch of monsters, go through a whole bunch of dungeons, slay some dragons as well. They won't call it Dungeons and Dragons, but it'll be Fab something cool. It'll be some cool set. I don't know. It'll come out in 2023, I'm sure. I'm sure. We're gonna hold J-Dubs to it. Do it, J-Dubs. He watches the channel, so
awesome.
PvE, guys. All right. Anything else?
Yeah. Shout out to James White too. Definitely. I used to say when I first started, my hero is James White. You know,
he's my hero too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Anyway, I think just to hear his journey and what he had to go through to make this happen, just a ton of appreciation for it. And it shows.
He sacrificed all his alpha cards. I wouldn't sacrifice all my alpha cards for anything. I'm sorry. Anyways, that's enough carry on. It's been a pleasure, Justin. Thank you so much, man.
Of course,
and hope to see you at many more, all right?
Absolutely,
All right. Well, from San Jose Worlds, we out. All right, we are back. There's so many people to meet. This is just crazy. It's Worlds, it's our third major, it's a major. Does this feel like the biggest one yet?
Yeah, by far,
Yeah, because we were at Lille, and day one in Lille, I think there were about the same people, right? But I think there's going to be more people once the side events and once the calling kicks off.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Like once the calling kicks off, it's going to be pretty full in here. It's going to be awesome.
Yep. So I just have to thank this guy because I mentioned in an earlier segment, it might have just aired in an earlier segment, that I had purchased a gold foil tunic, and I've been purchasing tunic to tunic to tunic to tunic and just busting out and missing 9.5s. This guy actually, his tunic that I purchased from him in Lille actually turned out BGS 9.5. So I thank you very much, Jason.
That's all right, no worries.
And we are here to conclude our deal, right?
Definitely.
We handled the financial component already. And I mean, it just means a lot that you still wanted flesh and blood products. You're not at all trying to get out, right? You're trying to preserve pieces of value. So we've got, I mean, I could have brought, I had worse tunics, honestly. I had raw tunics, but I just wanted to make sure you had a couple nice 9s at the very least to preserve and take with you. The seller, you, who sold the gold tunic, part of your reason for parting with your gold tunic was to make this happen, right?
Definitely.
And also get your family a vacation, right?
100%.
So, can you please tell the viewers why your wife and children, or just wife?
She's not my wife, but she's my wifey. She's not actually married.
Okay.
I'm hubby, she's wifey.
Hubby, she's wifey. Your wifey is not here because?
Well, so we sort of, we're taking a bit of a holiday afterwards in Hawaii, and she sort of decided it was going to be a bit more exciting to spend 3 days on the beach than in the convention center. So, fair enough. She's living it up.
She vetoed the whole coming to San Jose, and she's like, you can meet me in Hawaii. The women, they're really sharp. You got a good one there, right?
Yeah, definitely. No, she's been really good about the whole thing, and she's enjoyed that, but she's managed to get something out of it too, and being able to get there as a family. I got my little 10-month-old son Jacob, who's come along as well.
So wifey's got the son, and you guys will have a little good old family gathering in Hawaii after this, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's great. Yeah, I'm glad to see these dreams come true, and my dream came true. Thank you again for supplying me with the tunic that hit gold. So I really appreciate you, Jason.
Out of interest, do you have the tunic here?
I do not. It's in a box sitting on the East Coast, and I'll have to do a box opening, but I will give you a very special shout out. And when you're back in New Zealand, New Zealand or Australia?
New Zealand, yeah.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to bring a gift for your family the next time I see you. All right. I hear there might be some events in New Zealand in the coming year, in the new year. That's what word on the street is that there might be some, maybe not a full-on major, but at least a calling, right?
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Yeah, you would think so.
Maybe Australia. I mean, I could accept the major.
Yeah, somewhere in the APAC. But I have a feeling we're going to see each other very soon, man.
Sounds good.
All right, so these are yours. I'll put these back into the proper sleeves. Do you have any way to hold these or any?
Well, I'm actually going to play with one of these today. I think I've got currently playing with a non-foil crucible.
Okay.
Crucible first one. So we'll play with one of these today.
You'll play with one of these.
Yeah.
I hope the graded tunics bring you luck, man.
Yeah, I hope so too.
All right, and you've got the alpha box right there.
Yeah.
So here we go, man.
Thanks very much,
Jason. Thanks again for a deal done, and we're both sides found a way to win.
Yeah.
And hope wifey in Hawaii, if she ever watches this, is enjoying her time on the beach. It all worked out for everybody, guys.